Now the audio's working, right? It's working because I plugged this in a little bit more. Right. Yeah, so I guess here's Fortnitemares. My reaction was so good. It's the best update of all time. Wednesday Adams, Jenna Ortega, Doja Cat, yeah, Poppy Playtime. We got Art the Clown, Jason, Ghostface, that new Peely skin, Scooby Doo. This is literally the best update of all time. Screw Doja Cat. But, oh, here's the festival pass. And this is weird because I'm like, it's not a Doja Cat skin, but she was supposed to be part of the festival pass, I thought. I was hoping for Michael Jackson. But no, she's just part of the. This is the Fortnite mixtape pass, so it's like Fortnite's original pass, which is kind of cool. But anyways, I'm doing a face cam this video because I recorded all this and there was no audio. Not even gameplay audio. Just no audio. But now it works. But I see we got Doja Cat in the item shop, which is pretty cool. She's also to be popular. See, you got the Huracan Lamborghini, one of the most expensive ones. And yeah, she's just. I think it's ironic how it came out at the same time as Fortnitemares. Pretty weird. But it makes sense though. It's like, yeah. But yeah, we don't get any. We don't really have any audio this game because of the. Fortunately, my headset microphone didn't work. It didn't even capture gameplay, so. But we get a face cam this time, and I get to talk to you guys all about it. So, yeah, the festival pass is alright. Mixtape. Got some pretty cool rewards. Man, my reaction, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, it's just, it's alright. Got some cool items. Yeah, it's like all Epic Games music. You got some of the classics. Do you imagine, like, my audio don't work after filming this? Yeah, we get, like, some of the... Yeah, I love rock and roll. From 1981, which is crazy. Goated song. Then you got all these amazing rewards. Yippee. They took forever to load, too. That was just, like, hard rock song. Nothing too crazy about that. Friendly Fire looks like that skin from the quest pack that you get 1,000 V-Bucks for. Should buy that. And it's just, your generic festival pass, but it's Fortnite edition kind of. This microphone is cool. I really like this. That was a W. Then we got the spooky. Okay, so yeah, there's some Halloween instruments, which is pretty cool. I think that was the only Doja Cat item in the festival pass, so only thing to worry about. Only item I'm gonna get. Drum Major song, but kind of mid. Any of the new Epic Games ones are just pretty much mid. But yeah, guys, if you're gonna be using code RGGaming3 picking up any of these skins, please do so. And hashtag Epic Partner. But as you guys see, that's pretty cool. The balloons, spray paint. This was some Spanish song. Pretty mid. Oh, and then Elton John, Rocket Man. It's kind of like Cold Heart in Dua Lipa with Elton John. But this song's OG. But yeah, it's like kind of, if you know Dua Lipa Cold Heart, it's kind of like this song. But it's like different though. Rocket Man's a pretty good song. And then I was talking about it like crazy. It's pretty good sound now. They need to add more Dua Lipa to the game, which I think is possible. But then we get this free skin right here, Jenna Pastel. So, yay! Nothing too crazy, but Fortnitemares. But yeah, this update's like W after W, like Wednesday Adams coming to the game, Ghostface, just so much stuff. Blitz has the snow, whatever that's. I thought that was weird. Of course, you get Doja Cat. Dude, Ghostface on Zero Build looks sick. I don't even think bugs are in the game anymore. Oh, the background. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, these Doja Cat items are just... They're mid. They're mid. Oh yeah, this one is weird. You just traverse on and it just plays a song and you kind of just walk. I don't know. Just... But yeah. Oh yeah, and the Fortnitemares quest. And when I go there, my reaction was so good. Oh, it was so good. Oh, and I was checking to see if I got my Twitch rewards, and I still haven't gotten them yet. There was like a free one, a pickaxe and a back bling. I'm like, why are they not here yet? But man, this update is a W after W. It's nice that Doja Cat's not in part of the Fortnite Festival. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, log in to Save the World. Huge new Save the World change right here. And I wasn't even expecting it either. I just went in here to look at this. I don't even think I even noticed it yet. Oh yeah, God by the Gravedigger, you know, that's part of the Fortnitemares Classic. I buy it every year. It's such a cool assault rifle. I wish they would bring it into Battle Royale for as a assault rifle. Just have it like it's a regular one. Then I just look through some of that stuff. This one I noticed the V-Bucks. Look at this, 100. It used to be 80. Now it's 100. Now the 150 used to be 130. And now they just updated it on this today. I was like, what? So now daily V-Bucks give you 100. They used to be 50 a few years ago. Then they made it 80 once they got rid of the daily rewards. Now it's 100. So you get 100 V-Bucks every day. Or sometimes you might get like 110 or 150, which is crazy. And also adding a new thing to buy V-Bucks with. So like, if you only need like 300 more V-Bucks, you could just spend like $3 and you can buy the skin, which is super nice. Like, thank you, Epic. Thank you. But yeah, I was not expecting this. I was like, what? This is crazy. I was like recording it. This was a good video too. I loved my commentary. It was so goated. But yeah, 5 missions you get 150. The Silver Axe 100. Still 14,000 XP, but that ain't too bad. But man, W Epic Games. Oh, what do you guys think of the webcam setup? Pretty cool, you know? Dude, I was just so happy about the V-Bucks. Good grief. But there's more to the Fortnitemares, which I'll get to here in just a sec. I didn't even expect it. I was like, this game keeps getting more W's and W's. Oh, and Minecraft 2 got announced today. Oh, yeah, and Just Dance 2026, a little off topic. They have so many good songs, even from like 2012. They should have added in Just Dance 304, and I know two new Dua Lipa songs. Appetite, like it's just such a good game. Like lots of good songs of Just Dance 2026. So I might have to cop that in the future and bring some gameplay to the channel because it it's pretty good. I like all the songs on there. They cooked with it. I think I'm talking about it right now. Yeah, Dua Lipa Appetite. But yeah, it was just W after W. There was nothing new in the item shop, really. But once we get to the Fortnitemares quest, we get a free skin and bunch of rewards. So like, I wasn't expecting it, but if I ever do get there, I get there eventually. I really wanted that pickaxe from the Twitch drops. It's not in my account yet. But maybe it has to come out in another update. Who knows what they did. Dude, my thing kept tweaking out like that. Okay, look at these rewards. Highest Scooby-Doo. And look, we get Art the Clown. Like, we get a free skin. I was not expecting this. Pig the Butcher. And we get the knife. It's like the full set backplane. Oh, yeah, and then the map. Like, everything is updated. 5 new locations. All Halloween themed. Kind of sick so with the one up there. Got Freaky Fields, which is epic. Kind of like Mr. Fields. Look at it. It's such a cool place. Pumpkin Pass, Creepy Camps, Viney Shafts, Gordy Gate. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything is literally new. And they just updated it like a week ago, which is actually insane. Yeah, but yeah, all these new challenges. I don't know. W after W. I'm going to be getting all the Scooby Doo skins, Wednesday Addams, Jason, Ghostface, Scooby Doo Wednesday, Jason, Scooby Doo skin set. So that's 5 skins. Wednesday Addams, Jason, Ghostface, maybe the Peely. I'm gonna have Butcher the Pig for free. Oh, Art the Clown. Over 10 new skins gonna have to get? Kinda crazy. Kinda crazy. But yeah, Fortnitemares, everything's W. All this free stuff is W. They added every single Halloween skin that you can imagine. Wednesday Addams was a surprise. So, and she looks good. Jason looks amazing. But yeah, look at all these free rewards we get. Absolutely insane. So we're going to be making lots of content. Hopefully this works. This just wasn't plugged in all the way. So that's kind of an L on my part. But it worked last night. So that's kind of BS how it was unplugged. But I could hear audio through my headset. Just nothing worked. But we got a face cam. Oh yeah, I also had to crown this game. I got to 1 HP. It is insane. And the locations are amazing. Which, as you guys will see here. But yeah, I go through all the new locations. And I'm going to show you guys some of the gameplay now. But yeah, some of the new guns are pretty cool. You got the Ghostface knife I shot at the end, and Yeah, these locations are pretty cool. But anyways, guys, this update's a W. Like everything about it. Fortnitemares, Scooby-Doo, Wednesday Addams, Jason, Ghostface, Art the Clown. Man, that's a lot. Pig the Butcher, Screw Doja Cat. But at least she's not part of the festival pass, and I don't have to own her skin. Yes. But pretty ironic because she comes during Halloween time. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna have the gameplay play the rest of this. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, click like, and don't forget to use code RGGaming3 in the Fortnite item shop. Hashtag get big partner.